right, come on in, guys. Get some lights turned on in here. Ooh.
Yeah.
All right, well, welcome to Start Cavern. I'm Kim, I'll be your tour guide. So just a little bit before we get going, as you'll notice our pathways and things that are wet. That means our cave's active, it's still growing. Also means watch your step. Also too, there'll be some low-lying areas. I'll try to point those out as we go too, so just watch your head. For most of the tour, you're gonna follow behind me on the pathways. There are a couple of places I'll have you go up ahead of me, then you'll just follow back behind me. And then also too, as well, when we're moving through the cave, try to avoid touching any of the formations. The oils on your hand actually get left behind on the formations, cause them to deaden and turn black. Yeah, not a good thing. All right, so a little bit about Start Cavern. All the passageways and everything that you see are natural to the cave. This is the natural opening to the cave. And right here at the gate, it's about 55 foot tall and 55 foot wide and 15 foot tall. That sounds better. There is one passageway in here that isn't completely natural. I'll point that out when we get there, because it would have been a belly crawl into the next room. So they did remove just a large boulder out of there, so we did not have to crawl through there. Thank goodness. I don't know about you, but I'm not about crawling through it. So. The water right here, you see, is crystal clear. You can count every rock at the bottom. And right here at the entrance, it is about 15 foot deep. Now, prior to 1970, the water actually wasn't here, but it was clay and gravel that had washed down from the upper part of the deck, or upper part of the cave. In 1970, they actually began excavating all of that clay and gravel out, which allowed the original ancient stream bed to reform back in here. Do we have any questions before we get going then? Oh, all right, follow me. I'm going to show you our first passageway in our cave. Right here is our first passageway in our cave, and it's called Bone Passage. The reason it's called that is if you were to go back there, you're going to find a bunch of animal bones. So many people have called our cave home during the time, and some of them were Native Americans. So what they would do is they would put bones, things like that they didn't need, back in this area, keeping the living area nice and clean. So it's kind of like a garbage can for them. Right here are a couple of bones that were pulled out of there. The tall one standing up is of an elk bone. And in Missouri, we no longer have any free-range elk. And then the two smaller ones are that of a bear bone. And these aren't the occasional bears that we spot in the Ozark area. These are the ancient bears that would have been much taller and much larger that are now extinct. So they've been back there for quite a ways.
Oh, wow.
All right, our first formation is just right here. You'll also see this throughout the cave. And these are these white things that are hanging down from the ceiling of the cave. Like I said, you'll see these throughout the cave, and their name is called soda straws. So like the name implies, they're hard on the outside, hollow in the center. So instead of sipping soda through a straw, actually water drips through the center of a soda straw. As it does, it leaves a mineral called calcite. Over time, that calcite will harden, cause those soda straws to grow longer. And when we get back a little further in the cave, if I can speak, I'll show you my favorite set where they're super long and crystal clear. So, cool. And then our next formation is also just right here as well. And this is another one you will also see throughout the cave as well. And that's this formation up here on the ceiling. The actual formation name is called cave popcorn because it kind of looks like popped popcorn kernels. And really what it is I have a story I'll tell you a little bit later, but the short version is Missouri was once part of the inlet sea. When the sea receded, it left behind algae. Then over time, the algae petrified and turned into this formation. I think it should have been named Cave Cottage Cheese because that looks more like cottage cheese chunks than popped popcorn, at least I think so.
Sort of looks like a popcorn ceiling.
Yeah, or popcorn ceiling, yeah, exactly. I guess popcorn sounds more appealing than cottage cheese.
Yeah.
And then this area of our cave is called the ballroom. So like the name implies, lots of social functions have happened. They've had church services, church revivals, festivals, carnivals, farmers markets, you name it, it has happened in here. Like most Missouri caves, during the time of Prohibition, it was used as a speakeasy.
Sweet.
Yes. And then also too, during the Civil War, it was used as a Confederate guerrilla hideout as well too.
Oh, wow.
Now, like I said, prior to 1970, the water wasn't here, so it was an actual platform that went from here to here. So it was a large area compared to what it is now. They actually had an indoor roller rink in here at one time too as well.
Whoa.
I know. That one I definitely love to step in time and do that.
Yeah.
So, and then in the winter, when the pond out front would freeze, they would also offer ice skating too as well.
That's pretty cool.
We still use this area for a lot of things. We do cave massages, cave yoga. We do during the holidays. We have choral groups come in and sing.
Yeah, that'd be nice in here.
Yeah, it is. It's perfect acoustics. We've done wine tasting. And then last year we had such a great success at it that we brought it back again this year, is we offered the first ever escape room inside of a cave. Ooh. So what they do is they bring you in here, shut the door, lock it, and then you have to find all of the clues to get your prize and get back out. So it's pretty cool. I haven't done it this year, but it's bigger and better than what it is in the past. It was last year, so pretty cool. This next section that we are getting ready to go into is the one section, though, that we do ask that you refrain from pictures. And the reason behind that is we do have the remains of some Native Americans. So just out of the respect of the dead, they do ask that you refrain from pictures in this area. But I do have a lot of great information and stories to tell you about them. So if you follow me,